Tired of fixing and replacing all the chew furniture in your home? Would you like to chew train a rambunctious 6-month-old puppy effortlessly? You can. Introducing the Puppy Training Guide. The Puppy Training Guide is a book that will help you stop a puppy from chewing everything in sight. Using it, you can trust your dog not to tear apart your home, even when he's left unattended. And you can invest in high quality furniture without worrying that it will be torn apart. Remember, a well-trained puppy is a happy puppy. In healthcare, misinformation can be as deadly as the most serious disease and spread just as quickly. For years now, myths about childhood immunizations have been spreading on the internet and social media. The physicians of the Illinois State Medical Society urge parents to know the facts and get your children immunized. Immunizations are scientifically proven to be safe and effective, and failure to immunize can harm your children and others. Take your child's doctor to get the facts about immunizations. Looking to stay in the drive?
I have to. Let's see.
Tune in to Crunch Time with Charles Prodigy Ritchie, also host of On Deck. Every week, we'll keep you in sync with all your latest Chicago and national trending sports topics, including my special coverage on the Steelers on the Meta Steel podcast. Remember, the best moments to deliver are in Crunch Time.
He's got it! That's a winner!
When will you find out?
Sorry, man, I was trying to knock on a door back there, but you don't have a door.
Knock it down.
Time to kick off your career in radio or TV broadcasting at the Illinois Media School's downtown Chicago campus. Call us at 312-884-8000 or visit 530 South State Street to learn how you can make your dreams of being on television and radio a reality. Don't take my word for it. Check out what some industry professionals said about the Illinois Media School.
Jonathan Hood, ESPN 1000.
People often ask me, Hoodie, how can I be a sports radio guy like you? I tell them it takes drive and determination, and you need to learn how it all works. You can learn to be a sports talk show host, a producer, do play-by-play, and shoot and edit video. You'll have a chance to get internships at stations where you can tap into the knowledge of industry pros. With job placement assistance, you can start your new career in 1 year. It's a great school to get the hands-on training you need for a broadcasting career, doing what you love. They have affordable tuition and financial aid for those who qualify. So don't waste another minute. Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports. That's beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
And welcome back, everybody. Once again, you're listening and watching the On Deck right now with me, Charles Prodigy Ritchie. Like I said, I changed the show to Sundays. I'm going to try and keep it from 8 to 9 p.m. Just trying to figure things out here. Once again, I know it's been a few months, but thanks for anyone tuning in, including my co-host at the time, about a year ago at this point in time, Kimo Sabe, a.k.a. Reese the Ruler right now, as we're getting ready to get back into it right now. So, let's go ahead and get ready to wrap up with the favorite topic of the day. NFL extra points right now. Justin Fields right now. First quarterback out of Wisconsin right now. I mean, coming up as we look at it. Remember, like a lot of quarterbacks produce in the history of the NFL right now. About 14 taken all time. And none of them had Hall of Fame careers. And if anyone's ever had any success, like Super Bowl-wise, it was as a backup. That'd be Joe Germain behind Kurt Warner of the St. Louis Rams back in 1999, the greatest show on turf. But let's wait and find out right now. I mean, Justin Fields right now, who in the pre-draft interview with, Matt Nagy, loves his responses on the play calling and stuff as we look at it. And not only that, I really do feel like the Bears got a very good team ready to be set up nicely. I mean, you look at everything they've been building around, including this year. I mean, remember they started off with Justin Fields back in the first round, which they traded with the Giants uh, to move up to the 11th spot. I think they went from the 20th to the 11th spot. And then they got a tackle and guard with their second and fifth round picks, Tevin Jenkins out of Oklahoma State, and then guard Larry Borom out of Missouri. So, I mean, the Bears right now, I mean, doing a methodical job right now, trying to build everything together right now. And one of the things, too, is that his deep ball right now. I mean, he's trying to battle the quarterback position with Andy Dalton. I mean, and this is according to right now Matt Nagy. What he does is he sits back with quarterbacks coach John D. Filippo. When Andy Dalton is running the show, Nagy said when asked about what Fields showed in those situations, he's there repeating every word. He's flipping it, and he's going through in his mind how to call the play like he's in the huddle. And I think if you're a Bears fan right now, you got to be very impressed with that. I mean, it has been years, I mean, since the Bears, I mean, legitimately had a Super Bowl franchise quarterback. Unfortunately, it has been at the expense of Jim McMahon, since they had someone that good. But I really do look at it right now and see what I also look at. I mean, aside from that, and to be honest, when we look at everything going on, I mean, this is about a team right now who's trying to get back into the playoffs once again. I mean, for the third time out of 4 seasons under Nagy. And trying to find some encouragement going on right there. I mean, as far as like the quarterback position going on, I mean, the only Pro Bowl quarterbacks they had were recently Mitch Trubisky, who made one since Jim McMahon back in 1985, and that was it as far as like in the Super Bowl era. Right now, I mean, as we look at right now, as Matt Nagy went on to say, the big part of that is getting the right personnel, understanding the formations, where's the ball at. It's on the left hash, right hash, middle of the field, first wide vision. And so he's going through all that. I thought Wednesday, he had a real good day of seeing that. I thought he spawned the bell well. And here's another thing to take a look at too right now. I mean, you got right now a Bears team who's stuck may continue to rise and go in the right direction right now. We're looking at this year, possibly this NFC North division being up for grabs. Considering when you look at the opposite side of town right now of Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. I mean, we don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to come back in time for the first week of the season or if he's going to play with the team at all right now. And so far in OTAs right now, which Aaron Rodgers has been fined for not showing up. Now you got Jordan Love right now, who's starting to make his prep ready to go. And to be honest with you, too, I mean, with or without him, I mean, this Bears team should be a good contention. The only thing, like I said, I continue to look at, I mean, with this team right now, I mean, of course, has been their offense. You got a defense that's almost at the end of their run. I mean, they're still able to rank 11th in defense. But I really felt like, too, I mean, when you look at, I mean, their takeaways, creating takeaways on defense has been problematic for this team. And what they've been able to do with salary cap space. And one of the things they point out too with Justin Fields is that they sure like Fields' deep shot to Bird, but they'll keep it in perspective. It wasn't a 50-yard shot to receiver Allen Robinson in the regular season or even against quarterback Jalen Johnson in a live team drill and training camp. It came in helmets and shorts during OTAs against backups and a backup. Because right now, I mean, Andy Dalton definitely right now, I definitely feel like he's definitely a good quarterback to like lean on for Trubisky. And right now, I mean, Andy Dalton, I mean, with about being like the mentor role, he was cool in saying right now for him, it's all new, first time getting in an NFL offense. Dalton said Wednesday, I'm trying to give him advice on certain things, how I would view certain plays, what I do with my eyes and certain things, different things that come with experience. Obviously, I'm going into year 11, but I have a lot of ball. For me, I'm just trying to help him out as much as I can. And this is an interview that was done a couple of weeks ago with Adam Johns of The Athletic right now, who writes for them. And right now, and does Dalton enjoy being a mentor and a sounding board? And Dalton was saying, absolutely. It's just a position I'm in. Everybody should enjoy it. You know, all our experiences in our lives are for us and our people. You're just trying to pass that along. And I think he's definitely got the right attitude, the right spirit. And to be honest with you, too, I mean, finally having some preseason games, I mean, this year. I mean, when we look at it, I think they cut it to just one game this coming season. So, if anything, I think this Bears team, you'll have a little bit more of a fairer insight how they will do things, how they will do be able to like see more of a competition instead of through training camp. So I definitely do feel like that's a lot more encouraging on on that respective. But for right now, with Justin Fields, I think if anything, I like the guy's size right now. What he's able to do. So I definitely do feel like right now that right now how they're able to transition. But I'm telling you one thing right now with this, if anything, I feel right now that it's definitely gonna come down to Matt Nagy. Can he make the right play calling right now? A guy who's finally deferred the play calling when you look at it. I mean, last season to offensive coordinator Laser, I think it was. Let's see. Bill Laser. I mean, will he get a way of developing this? I mean, making the season a success for them. Obviously, he's gotten his guy, but I definitely do feel like right now, for the first time in a while, I mean, a lot of people are expecting possible Super Bowl aspirations. And I'll even go and compare to right now, like my Steelers. I mean, is this the Bears moment right now where you feel like a momentum shift? Finally got yourself a legit quarterback, hopefully. I mean, through the draft. And be able to get Super Bowl aspirations. I mean, yeah, I mean, I have to say for right now, yes, but I mean, it's still wait and see. I just gotta see right now. I mean, I think you definitely need a little bit more help with the defense. Defense has got to be able to force turnovers. And the Bears, at the end of the day, too, I mean, for everything going on right now, I mean, definitely, I think the passing game definitely needs to be a little bit better. I mean, they're 26 touchdowns to 16. interceptions. You still got Nick Foles, lurking around on this roster. I think not only that, too, I think you need to help him out a little bit more with the running game. You have to be more creative. Don't put it all on him. Get that involved more. They rate 25th in rushing. And I think that would be my only pivot spots right there. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up my final topic of the day here on the NFL Extra Points. An article with Le'Veon Bell right now, referring to his current head coach right now, Andy Reid. This was reported back on June 13th. Le'Veon Bell got plenty of attention, much of it negative, for saying he will never play for Andy Reid again. And he's trying to clear a situation, but he hasn't given much clarity on that. He put a series of Instagram tweets back on Sunday, June 7th, and basically said, I said what I said, I don't regret at all what I said, Bell wrote. For those who have a personal problem with me because of what I said, that's fine. You have your right. Just understand I also have my right for how I feel about my personal problem with Dude because of what he said to me. And here's the bottom line with Le'Veon Bell, and you got to understand something over here. And great guy, great player, but let's be honest. His career down spiraled about 3 years ago, about this time in the month, when him and the Steelers did not come to a contract extension. Now, this was a guy who was looking for guaranteed money, a guaranteed contract, and his agent who was helping him negotiate it. When we look at it, at the time, Adisa Bakari, who was definitely well disappointed with, the offer that Bell was given. And at the same time, too, the problem was there was going to be rolling guarantees within that contract, but nothing to Bell's liking. That when you look at his numbers he did with the Pittsburgh Steelers in his career, he had 1,229 attempts for 5,336 yards, averaging 4.3 yards per attempt, along with 35 rushing touchdowns. Scrimmage yards, he had a total of 1,541 touches for nearly 8,000 yards, 42 touchdowns. Last two seasons, he's only maybe got nearly a fraction of that amount. 1,117 yards rushing in the last 2 years combined with the Jets and the Chiefs of 327 attempts for 409 total touchdowns, 1,716 yards of scrimmage with 6 total touchdowns. Only this year, he's only starred in 4 games for the Chiefs, and I think that was more late towards the season. He had better averages under Coach Andy Reid. But let's be honest here. Bell, at the end of the day, listen, I totally get it. When we look at everything, but I tell you what, the biggest mistake he made, and I know he's trying to look out, clear himself up financially. Sitting out a year did not do yourself any favor. It didn't. The Jets, a lot of teams hesitated on trying to give this guy what he wanted. Now he's reaping the benefits. And for him to even have issue with Andy Reid, I find that a little bit of a head scratcher. And Andy Reid is a very well team-oriented guy. Obviously they came up short on the Super Bowl. Bell did not play that game, which I think was a brutal mistake by Andy Reid. I think they definitely could have played him in there, but again, I think Edwards-Helaire was that guy. His contract with the Chiefs officially expired in March, and he has said he still expects to play this season. So far, there's been little of any interest from NFL teams. But if it's still with the Chiefs and if Andy Reid's there, he's retiring. So buying or selling that he will be retiring if Andy Reid is there, I would have to say no. I think there's someone that could still use him. I mean, if anything, I'd probably look at somewhere maybe like the LA Rams right now. I mean, they could probably still use an extra running back, I would imagine. I mean, when we look at this, yeah, other teams right now, as far as like with the rushing, I mean, who could probably like use this guy. They're probably still in contention. I'm not sure if it'll be with the Steelers right now, Najee Harris. Will he go to Las Vegas? Will he go with John Gruden and the Raiders behind Josh Jacobs? I'm not sure about that. Or would he be able to come to the Browns right now? Or the Ravens? To be honest with you, I would not be surprised goes back against his former team in any way. Don't like saying those words, but to be honest with you, Le'Veon Bell had a great career. Unfortunately, his demands and what he was seeking, which I understand, just got in the way. I'm just not sure if he was worth for that long. But for the Steelers, definitely very sweet. But that's going to do it for this edition here of On Deck. You can follow me once again on social media on Twitter and Instagram at Prodigy Richie. For the Men of Steel podcast on Twitter is at Men of Steel CGR and on Instagram at Men of Steel Nation at Prodigy Richie. So I leave you. Don't be trolling. Be rolling. I got it.
He's got it. That's a winner.